Cheddar. Hey. Grind hard for the culture, they placed us behind, so you know we gotta get back. It's a lot of things that you gon' face in this world when your skin color is black. Grind hard for the culture, they placed us behind, so you know we tryna get back. It's a lot of stuff that you gon' face in this world when your skin color is black. Black, 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 it's black, 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 black. Discrimination and hating got put through all that. Big dog, CEO, our all hats. Never lied to you once, I spit all facts. That was our people sprayed with the water hose. That was our women raped and then called hoes. How I'm done, my ancestor taught your child to read. Not to mention all the resources we created. Why they didn't want to see black families together? Would it be too strong with two parents at home? Young nigga better listen to this pimpin'. Don't you ever let the police get you slipping. Fuck playing with guns, educate yourself. Now lead your son. You gon' treat your lady right if you respect your mom. Otherwise, treat the opposition how it comes. You're only a slave if you think you one, nigga. Yeah. Grind hard for the culture, they placed us behind, so you know we gotta get back. It's a lot of things that you gon' face in this world when your skin color is black. Grind hard for the culture, they placed us behind, so you know we tryna get back. It's a lot of stuff that you gon' face in this world when your skin color is black. Black, 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 it's black, black, cheddar, black. Hey, I'm just a king from the south. I had a dream like Martin, I hope I live it out. Ay, black on black crime, it's a new time. It ain't just the opposite, I gotta watch mine. They smile in your face, but put a knife to your spine. You can do the same thing. Hey, y'all know what time it is, man. Welcome to another episode of the H.O.G podcast show. You know, this is a pop-up. Today is November the 1st, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, sure. Not a so pleasant day from the top hood, but we still blessed to be here, man. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody that may or may not tap in. You know what I mean? If you see this joint, share this joint. We just talking, you know, minimizing the risk of putting ourselves in harm's way. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they may be. You know what I'm saying? As y'all do know, we lost a big part of hip hop today. Takeoff lost his life earlier this morning. You know what I'm saying? Due to some nonsense, and we just want to send our prayers out to his family, give our condolences to his family and to his members of his group and anybody that may have did work with him and stuff like that. Man, you know, we got to clean a lot of stuff up out here. You know what I'm saying? So start with us, and we finna talk about this shit. You know what I'm saying? It might get real heated, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a real touchy subject, you know what I mean? So y'all just bear with us, you know what I'm saying? Y'all tap in the comments if y'all want to speak on it, you know what I'm saying? Hey y'all, what's up?
Hey, Auntie.
Hey, how you doing?
She like that time. She like y'all ain't late.
I'm gonna start this shit out like this right here, man.
Kick it off.
We gotta change how we feel about ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? Like when you think about what you made of, what you really actually made of, what you came from. Fuck the fact that you brought over here on slave ship, or your ancestors were, but what were they made of? Why were they able to survive that journey? You don't want to eat. You don't want to not eat one meal. They went days and days and days without eating. Not to mention being shackled to their brother or sister next to them that had died.
Right.
I mean, think about this shit. We are killing each other because we want what each other had, what we've worked for, what we put art into and achieved.
Senseless violence.
Just because you don't feel like you are good enough to do what that man did or what that lady did to get what he or she has. because society wants you to think that you're not good enough, that you're not smart enough. Why though? Why do we embrace that and live that life though? Man, I came from the same badass streets in the same hood. Y'all know where I'm from? Shit, I'm a North Memphis veteran, man. I make that shit known. But I'm not them streets, man. That's where I came from. That shit ain't me.
Right. Them streets don't love nobody anyway.
I'm trying to be a fucking CFO. I'm trying to be a better product of my environment.
Nah, you ain't trying to do it, bro. You already in it. You
Yeah,
already
big
in the
facts.
process. Shit. You ain't trying to do nothing.
So, I can't sit here and say that I don't that oh I came from, man, I came from nothing.
Right.
My mother and my father just didn't play them games. They showed me it was a different way to get this shit. Working hard, having ethics, having morals, having values.
Straight up.
Rest in peace to that man.
Rest in peace, Takeoff, man. Hey,
So,
as y'all see our screen names, I'm live on
I'm on the waters.
So we live on Facebook on this phone. Then I'm live on I can't even say the platform because, you know, niggas be in school. So we got to let them just figure it out. We ain't going to tell them what it is. You know, it's a platform that you can get on and make it look like this. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't on no negative talk. That's on some real stuff. But, you know, our names today, you know, usually I have H.O.G cheddar or international cheddar. But today we want to send a message to everything what we doing. So as you can see, my name called Sick of This Shit Cheddar. Sick of This Shit Cheddar today. We got my man Lee called A Man Trying to Make a Change. We got my brother Gotti. we got my brother Gotti called Fed Up Gotti. And all these names stem from everything that we done went through leading up to this situation. Woke up and heard about this morning. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, we be like, a lot of our culture, bro, we praise a lot of the wrong bullshit, you know. We do shit out of pride. We do shit out of, you know what I'm saying, like other people's opinion and shit like this. And yeah, out of spite, you know. And a lot of times, so when I first heard this news this morning, bro, like I called my wife, you know what I'm saying? Because like to me, the Amigos is a unique trio. That was a unique trio together. So I called my wife, bro. I'm talking about like he did like this was one of my family members, nigga. I'm in tears and everything. Like, baby, they didn't kill Takeoff this at 5 o'clock in the morning, you know. It's getting into our promotion. I'm finna promote for what's going on for us, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So as soon as I hit the web, I see this. I see some people from my town that had posted, you know, rest in peace Takeoff. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, you know what I'm saying? Go and research that shit myself, bro, and find out that it's true. But when I first was looking at it, and you know how it be at first, a lot of people just be getting on here and hopping on here and saying shit and well this and that. And we really did some dissecting on what really went on and stuff like that, you know. So I'm gonna start it off like this, bro. To say the least, like regardless of the fact, you know, I know that you can do what you want to do with your paper that you make. You can do what you want to do with your money. You can move the way you want to move, but it has to come to a point to where we stop. We got to minimize the risk of getting dead like this. We got to minimize the risk of a motherfucker robbing us and shit like that. Just because you get money don't mean you can't be touched. You know what I'm saying? This is a prime example of that, bro. This man had nothing to do with nothing that was going on and lost his life behind some shit that could have been basically avoided. And the reason why I say that is because, like, bro, we millionaires, bro. What the fuck? What the fuck do I need to be shooting with a nigga in a whole nother city that ain't even my city? And this is nothing to bash Takeoff. I mean, Quavo, because this is their normal lifestyle. You know, they get money. They like to play with their money and do whatever. Okay, that's your own choice. But in another person's comfort zone, in another person's city, I don't give a fuck how street they claim to be. I'm not going to a dice game in a city that's not my hometown, bro. And I'm not shooting dice and if it ain't in my comfort zone, in my home. Well, first of all, First of all, I'm not gonna shoot dice with a person that got less money than me in the first place because you know a motherfucker can easily. That's a plot. They so as soon as you start getting them, they gonna hit the lick on you, bro.
That's a major
So that's a no brainer. You know what I'm saying?
That's a major setup.
But shooting money, even shooting dice against a nigga that got millions like you, what y'all doing? Y'all just exchanging dollars, and what the fuck you doing after that? Like, I don't feel like it was necessary to be at a dice shooting game, bro. Just me personally. You know what I'm saying? And then if you look at the footage, my wife just sent me some footage, and it's some very good footage. It cleared up a lot of stuff for me because at first I was like, damn, man, Quavo, I'm hot. Like, you done put this man in a situation. This is one of the realest, quietest. You never heard dude. You never heard Takeoff get like on no rowdy shit. You never heard him like get on no disrespectful shit with women. Ain't now one of his baby mamas came out and said, "Hey, this nigga a deadbeat. He don't take care of his kids." The nigga just was always well mannered, low key. Didn't even want to be in the spotlight, and he got his little bag. You know what I'm saying? Got his little bag.
It wasn't little either.
Nah, it was
big bag.
26 mil he worth when he like up until this point right now, 26 mil. But what I'm saying is though, like, okay, from what I seen, what my wife just sent me, Quavo, he did have a back and forth with a person, but it didn't even seem like it was really that heated. It was just like some man, hey man, this and that, man, I don't give a fuck about that.
They said.
And then once he tried to, Quavo was like, man, let's go. Quavo trying to walk off and finna go. And then whatever happened from there, whether dude snuck him or he hit dude because dude got too close, it was that quick of a moment to where nigga just pulled a pistol and started shooting. And that's how that man lost his life, bro. Behind some shit like that. Like, dude, they don't even understand what they done did to hip hop. Like, for it's like the culture of that shit, bro. These folks was the face of hip hop, and this is the thing what they have to understand. And hopefully, bro, I pray for Quavo to you know for God to ease his mind and take him through this process, bro, because it's gonna be tough for him to go forth, bro. Because the simple fact you're gonna always feel guilt, you're gonna always feel like it could have been done a different way. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just messed up that we had to lose a big person like that, bro. Behind a situation so small and so petty, you know what I'm saying? So small and so petty. It don't even look like they were shooting dice at the time. It looked like the dice game was over with, and everybody in exchange. What's $7,000 for a nigga that's worth 26 million, bro? Come on, bro. Like, this shit ridiculous. Like,
I really feel like that's why he was standing there so calm, because it was just like, really, why am I worried about 7K, bro? Like, let it go.
Another thing they gotta start, bro. Once you at the level that Amigos and I'm at, bro, you need presidential security, bro. Not no lame ass straight wanna be street ass nigga. Talking about that, oh, I got a permit to buy guns and I got a permit to carry, because that does nothing. Like Lee said, if you not really putting yourself into training, going to the what they call that shit, the range, and really aiming that bitch and loading and shooting different caliber guns and shit. Because once that situation come, once you get in there, nigga can talk out of the street shit they want to. You get in heated situations like that, then nigga get to shooting with their eyes closed and doing all type of shit, and that's how innocent people die like this man, bro.
I put it to you like this: the guns I carry, all the guns that I carry, I've shot over 1,000 rounds through. Just practicing, just getting proficient, just making sure that when I pull it, no matter how my hand grab it, I can pull it, and I can shoot it, and I can aim well. Like, I feel like this is a situation where, y'all should have had security, man. But at the same time, you know, why do we need security?
What up?
So, like, why can't we just be happy for the rich homie that come through the hood and want to show everybody love and pay for shit that day?
Right.
What up, Tiny?
Why can't we? Why can't we just be happy about that? He getting it. He got it, and he came back through. He showed love. Everybody
Big
came to the
sis in
bowling
here.
alley. It was drinking. It was eating.
Hey, what's up, sis? How you doing?
I mean, like,
Lisa's.
I just,
That's Shaquita.
Yeah.
I really feel like, bro, we got to
Tiny too. Shout out Tiny.
We really got to change this shit. Like, we got to change how we look at each other. We got to change how we feel about each other. We got to understand why we feel, how we feel about each other. Why are we fighting? Why we kill each other?
That's where the train started, bro.
Why do we kill each other when every other culture don't give a fuck about us? Ain't trying to preserve our lives.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's us against us, and it's us against them. Damn near in every motherfucking walk of life. Why the fuck can't we stop killing us and empower ourselves to stand with the rest?
Bro, that shit made my fucking skin crawl, bro. Like when I just seen the way that Quavo, like when he seen that man on the ground, bro, and was picking him up. They're just like one of us, bro, or a nigga you grew up with, bro. You see them on the ground lifeless, bro. And you just, I'm talking about, bro, I felt that nigga pain to the fullest, bro. Like I had to go out my job and walk up and down the sidewalk for a minute, bro, to calm myself down before I went back into work and dealt with people, because like it's to the point to where, like, man, you know, no sentimental shit. Like, I'm a real human. I got real emotions behind shit like this, that I know that this young man, bro, that man ain't deserve to go like that. And then you got children and stuff. All you done tried to do is get your money and stay out the way. That's it. Now people gonna come at Quavo on certain different type of situations because they're gonna feel like, oh, well, you could have avoided this. No, it ain't, bro. It's just some niggas that just gonna hate. It's just some niggas that's just not gonna be able to take your success. It's niggas around us right now that feel certain ways about us, but they ain't gonna voice it. But see, me, we smart enough niggas to see certain shit, bro. I'm not kicking it with no anybody. I'm not going to no dice games. I'm not doing no shit like vulture type shit.
Minimizing risk, right?
Yeah, you meant that's
Yep.
Minimizing risk. Hey, check this shit out. I ain't scared of shit.
Nah.
I ain't scared of shit.
A nigga, you can't.
I guarantee you, 99% of you niggas ain't seen the shit I done seen.
Man, come on, bro.
I ain't scared of shit. I ain't scared of a motherfucker.
That's our main thing, though.
I ain't putting me or myself at risk to kick it with motherfuckers that's jealous for nothing.
Right.
I ain't got shit. I carry myself well. I live my life good. I work hard to live my life good.
Hey, Lee, that's all it takes, though. You know that, right?
I ain't trying to take shit from no motherfucker.
You know that's all it takes, though, right? That's all it takes for a person to. Sometimes people ain't jealous about you about possessions and shit, the money and the cars and the fame and all that shit. Sometimes they just be jealous just about simply about how people love you, how people deal with you, how people, you know, got favor in you and shit like that. So you have to know, we have to notice that, bro. And minimizing their risk is like, okay, nigga, I don't give a fuck. The boys go out every weekend. Nigga, what the fuck I look like? The family I done created and all this beautiful shit I done established, bro, just going out every weekend. That's putting myself at fucking risk. I don't give a fuck how you see it. Because at the end of the day, if I'm not going out and it's benefiting my family, okay, I'm doing a show, or I'm hosting a show, or we at a concert to where we just kick back with my wife or something like that, nigga. That's what I be on, bro. I don't be caring about all being around no niggas out there and shit, nigga. I hung around niggas and smoked weed and shit like that when we was younger. I can do that shit in my own comfort zone, bro. And if I feel like you real enough to be in my comfort zone, then I invite you to the. Other than that, I see you when I see you, fam. Like I didn't grow away from a lot of that shit, bro. A lot of niggas probably think he acting funny or he do this and that. Nah,
you gotta be comfortable with you.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with me.
You gotta be comfortable. You gotta be comfortable sitting by yourself and existing by yourself, no matter what exists in your life.
Yeah.
As a man that deals with the things that black men deal with. And I don't give a fuck how nobody feel what I say about this. As a black man that deals with the shit we deal with, if you can't sit by yourself and be comfortable with yourself, and you ain't getting no hype from nobody, and ain't none of your homies around you, none of your niggas around you, none of that, and you got peace of mind, bro, you gotta reevaluate your shit because you was made different. Like really, you gotta reevaluate your shit because you was made different. Because you don't need the guys. I promise you don't need the guys.
First of all, the guys ain't gonna even be there when they count anyway. When they count anyway,
you don't need the guys. You need what you need is to get your mind right, because what you don't realize is there's a war against you that people been building and designing since before you was even thought of.
Ever.
So they knew you was coming. Right. They knew you was coming, and they knew how strong and how smart you was gonna be. They knew how strong and how smart you was gonna be. So guess what they did? Guess what they did? They took that man out your life that was supposed to make you, that was supposed to build you into what you was born to be. They did that a long time ago, see? That's why I say this shit is by design. But don't nobody want to understand what the fuck I be saying. Right? When I say, oh, you embracing poverty, living in welfare, letting these motherfuckers pay for your shit, pay for your food, pay for your kids. Put your baby's father in jail because he can't afford to pay what the state say he should pay.
Right.
That shit is poverty. That shit is by design. They don't want no man in the house. Because the man is always gonna correct his child.
Yep.
He's gonna build his child. Y'all done made motherfuckers that don't even have no concept of that shit. Because we decided to walk away. Because they made it easy to walk away.
Yep. And you know when they started,
you don't listen to me. You don't get shit out of life walking the easy path. You should always choose the harder way.
Yeah.
You was built for the fucking harder way.
Right.
You wasn't built for the easy shit. Nigga, it's easy to pull a trigger and take a life. It's hard as a motherfucker to raise some. To put some kids into society that become young women.
Nice Wanda in the building.
What up, Knife?
What's up, my boy, with the beard products?
What he say?
It's that shit.
He said the key to
shit. They don't want y'all to hear though.
Check this out. What Night Wanda said.
Shit.
He said the key to black unity is segregation.
Yeah, segregation.
He said we have to get
segregation from them and integration of us. We have to embrace.
Come out of our business, baby. Get them out.
I told y'all, bro. I told y'all. I was enlightened. And so what I realized was when I became enlightened was that, okay, I don't disrespect or disagree with Martin Luther King. However, I feel like what Malcolm X had to say and his point of view was probably the more beneficial point of view, because Malcolm X wanted black people to be for black people.
Right.
Not to be biased against white. No, but to be together. Right? So us. Not us in between all this bullshit. But us. You see what I'm saying? Segregation.
Facebook fan, what do?
Segregation because we would rather be with each other than to be anywhere else. You see what I'm saying? When we listen, man, when we did things together, things were great.
Bro, explain this shit. Explain this shit what we were talking about earlier. Like, well, like, because a lot of these young new generation black kids, they probably don't understand that we wasn't always at a level to where we are now, or where they seen that when it came to this slavery force, when it come to okay, black people was thriving at a time.
Oh yes, sir. Oh yes, sir.
So get into that part of
Mississippi and Florida and in
Detroit.
Oklahoma.
yep.
So what y'all gotta
Detroit,
realize
man.
is Wall Street as a concept came from black people. Okay, and if you don't believe me, it's in a few books. Just look it up. Just look it up. Black Wall Street. Look it up. If you think I'm bullshit, the whole concept of Wall Street was built from some shit they figured out was happening, took it, and burned down what we had.
Right.
In 3 separate locations. It was one in Memphis, it was one in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and it was one in Greenwood, Mississippi.
Yep. And it was more than them too. It was some on the coasts and stuff too.
And it was other ones. But the ones that I know for a fact they burned down the 3 I just said. Right. They destroyed them. They burned them down and killed people in the process. So you have to understand, when I say the things that I say these things because I study us. I study where we came from. I study shit that's been happened before, because if you don't know your fucking history, you bound to repeat that shit.
I desire for my brother what I desire.
What we doing right now is we doing it for them. Because when they destroyed a lot of shit that was great about what we had going on before all of this, oh, you can live, you can live for free and you can get your baby daddy sent to jail bullshit. You know, back when men had pride in the fact that they were free and could vote and could go to work.
Right.
Back when it was a good thing to have a fucking job.
Now it's trap.
None of this shit these days.
Look, now it's trap.
You don't want to get up and go to work. You don't want to get up and do shit. You want everything to be handed to you.
Yeah. It's
what
trap.
the fuck for? What the fuck do you think you exist for?
Night Wonder kicking some shit. He said the reason the youth doing what they're doing is because they have an option of operating outside of our community. Other races police themselves and
set their own standards. Exactly.
Right. And that's exactly. Hey, Ninth Wonder, that's probably our biggest problem as a people, bro.
We don't do
the narrative for our people. So I can't say that we don't do it because we get different categories of people.
We don't, because if we did, listen, Joe, if we set our own standards, nigga, do you realize we would have 50 million of us 3 existing instead of this one?
Yep. So
it would be 50 million motherfuckers like me, you, and Gotti that could get together and do what the fuck ever that we want to do. Not what these folks tell us we can do, what we want to do.
Right.
Because you have a talent, I have a talent, he has a talent, and we can use it and we can thrive.
So check this out though. So like with what's going on now, like we said, the narrative, like the per se for like, so for a person our age, like mid 30s or late 30s going into 40s, or you know, it's a different perspective than we have than a person that's 18 to 35 or 18 to 25. The reason why I say that is because of how things going. This internet shit, bro, this internet shit didn't even change older people that's supposed to be example for younger people.
Yep.
It made them swap roles. So the younger people are not looking up. The young people are not looking up to the older people no more.
It's about your mind.
It's
about your mind.
Right.
It's
But they
really about your mind.
so a lot of
It's about what you put into yourself. What
exactly.
have you put into yourself? What have you put into yourself? I can tell you right now, the whole time I was in that uniform, I put a lot into myself. It benefits me now, but what I put into myself now is what I need to put into myself to raise my children.
Yeah.
How people see them.
Yeah. And
Not
make them
how I feel,
understand
not
that too.
how people see them.
Right. And make them understand that too.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Because as long as you in a uniform, it's a whole bunch of rules and regulations motherfuckers got to follow. They can't really be how they feel. You know what I'm saying? I need you to be real with me. If you don't like me because of how I look, motherfucker, tell me.
Yeah.
But when you're in a uniform, they can't do that. But when you get out that uniform and you start living like out that uniform,
they
and
can
you've
do
been in this so-called corporate world, right? And then you see how they look at you, even when they know you smarter than them.
Yep.
Right? Because I had a lot of
that every day.
motherfuckers smarter than them, and it's an instant suppression. I gotta keep him away from this, keep him away from that. Understand, young man, 18 years old. The streets ain't your life, sir. The streets is not your life.
Mm.
You can have anything you want by doing it how other motherfuckers do it that ain't dying.
Yep.
Right? Because what you don't realize is 18-year-old young black man, somebody is paying for this propaganda on social media, for this music, because they want y'all to keep doing this shit to each other because they get richer and richer every time you do it.
Hey, switching that narrative, switching the tone into that right there, what you just said. So Kanye, and we're gonna stick to the subject at hand, what the subject title is. Again, rest in peace to Takeoff. This is why we hopped on her. I just feel like I needed to hop on her, bro, and talk to the young, and I'm gonna say the young brothers, young players, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these young people, bro, they don't understand shit from people that don't understand them. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like a lot of the, if you're not relatable to what they've going through and what they facing right now, because we can say whatever, like we was raised like this and this how we was raised, but they atmosphere is totally different from this, so they don't understand it. You can talk that shit to you blue in the face, they don't understand it. So how we help them is by doing what we're doing right now, getting on here and informing them on different stuff that they can do to change. Now, for instance, this thing with Kanye, our people, like we show real strength when we tell them motherfucker we gonna cut them off and we gonna blackball them and we ain't gonna fuck with them because of certain statements that they make, because we get sensitive about the truth of shit, right? So Kanye said a lot of real shit. And he said he said some bullshit stuff when it came to like the George.
No, he said a lot of bullshit, Nacho.
Yeah, he did. He said
a lot of bullshit.
He said some bullshit, but I don't feel like that bullshit outweighed the shit that he said that made sense.
We had that conversation, and you're right. Because
you know what I'm
saying? Because what it is, so that what they call it, anti-Semitism is what they call it. Okay, so look, we ain't even got to worry about that. Y'all know what anti-Semitism means. So what I'll tell y'all is this: there is a family of a certain culture that has control of about 85% of the wealth in the United States of America. Okay, so for my people, my financial people, my financial professionals that's tapping in, we all know who these families are. We gonna keep it moving, right? So what motherfuckers don't understand when you talk about shit like that is that there's been people that wanted to eradicate all of the sort. For one specific reason, and when you look at what happens today, that one specific reason is why shit is so fucked up for one particular culture.
Look,
America.
your boy Knife Wonder, he said it. He was 100% right about the Jays.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it
100%
like that, but
right.
he is. He 100%
Listen,
right about
listen.
that, bro.
I don't want these motherfuckers to take this shit down, so I'm not saying that shit.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's why I coded it.
Y'all read between the motherfucking lines, man, because I'm giving y'all knowledge, man. I read every day.
Good game, Night Wonder.
I read every day. Do you understand? I read between the lines every day.
Right.
Motherfuckers don't even know that the whole reason why the Black Panther Party was ever disbanded was because of the fucking FBI. Not because of them. Not because the brothers couldn't deal with the brothers. No, those brothers was dealing with each other. The FBI was the reason why you go to the UCLA campus and you get ambushed and you get killed. Fred Hampton in his own apartment with his pregnant girl in the bed.
Right.
Got killed. Fred Hampton had all of Chicago on his team. And guess what? Y'all know about Chicago. Chicago ain't just black folks. Chicago got Italians. Chicago got all kind of shit. Chicago was rocking with Fred Hampton. And when Chicago started rocking with Fred Hampton and they stopped killing each other, the FBI said, hey, Fred Hampton got to go. So y'all tell me, man. I'm kicking knowledge to y'all, man. And I knew about this shit before that movie came out, before any of y'all try to play that shit. J. Edgar Hoover, my man, that dude was a strategist, unprecedented. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something. J. Edgar Hoover, the founder of the FBI, the reason why the FBI exists, he was also the reason why, and is the reason why. So I'm supposed to hate you. I'm supposed to hate you. Put that comment up. He is also a
J.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
We know that for a fact, bro.
Motherfuckers wanna bitch and harp about the Holocaust.
Yep. Hey,
but
I wonder on some game right here though.
Hold on though. How much do we bitch and cry about the motherfucking Middle Passage? Because you talking about it was, if I'm not mistaken, if I can do math right, and I'm pretty sure I can, right? The Holocaust had something like 2 million. And they ain't never done the math on the Middle Passage, but I'm pretty sure it's somewhere around like 13 or 14 million. Because y'all got to understand, this shit went on for hundreds of years. They transported them the same way for hundreds of years. That shit that went on with Hitler was going on for a few fucking years, man.
Yep.
You talking about a few fucking years versus a few fucking hundred.
Hey, shout out to Mar. He said, "Love the
on
hog.
that shit.
Love the hog. Real conversation, real one." Shout out
Y'all
to
gotta
Mar.
love you. Y'all gotta know where y'all come from and love yourselves, man. That's number one. You made great. You ain't inferior to no motherfucker walking this planet.
Right.
If you walk around feeling like that, that's why you do the shit you do.
You see that at the bottom, bro?
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. 20 million. How many died? Yeah, 20 million. How many died?
Hey, it's super deep, bro. And hey, Lee, we're gonna have to start doing like through the week. We're gonna have to start getting. We might have to schedule a show like this just where you can kick this type of shit in because this bring a lot of good energy too, and it help educate a lot of people that. And you love doing this shit, and I do
know
too.
where we come from.
But
I
yeah,
know where we come from. I know what we made of, and I know what these motherfuckers don't want us to know.
right.
And I don't give a flying fuck about what you don't want us to know. I'ma tell my brothers and my sisters, and I just hope they listening. Cause I ain't coming from no place of hate. I'm coming from all love, man. I ain't got no hate in my heart.
What's up, Prentice, man? How you doing, my brother? He said, this brother speaking with passion. Yeah, this is my boy. This is what he do. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, bro.
This my nigga. We letting them have it way tonight. You know what I'm saying?
T Lee, my dog. What's good, bro? Appreciate you tapping in. He said they
went from trying to get us locked up over playing music that brought awareness to our culture to pushing the agenda.
Yeah, exactly.
Now let's talk about that, bro. So
what I say is genocide, bro.
Yeah.
So listen, so it's genocide by a different definition, right? Because what people understand about genocide, they look it up in the dictionary. There has to be a politician involved, right?
Right.
There are no politics involved in the genocide that is taking place in our culture today. It is only music. It is only music that comes from us. It is music that comes from us because once they hear it and once they see the buzz, they pay for it.
Yeah.
Right? And so
appreciate that, like y'all.
What I would like to highlight is just one thing, and I ain't gonna be long-winded on this one at all because it's short. Some of my favorite rappers. I'm 37 years old. I turned 38 in 4 days. I'm 37 years old. Some of my favorite rappers when I was a teenager, coming into my teen year: Nas, Jay-Z, DMX, Tupac, Biggie Smalls.
I was sure about to say yes, man.
Right? Those are my favorites. From home, not away from home.
Right.
At home. 3 6 Mafia, Crunchy Black, Player Fly, Mr. N, Tila. Listen, these guys are rich, but they are nowhere. They never got the opportunities coming into the game that these kids get.
Right.
These kids get $10 million. And what they want them to do is, hey, I'm gonna give you 10 million. Hey, go get 5, 10 of your friends that's doing just as good as you with these lyrics and in these streets. We're gonna put them on social media too.
Yep. That's the agenda to keep the young generation confused.
Hey, fuck the other side. Fuck the other side. Yeah, we know there's an other side, but fuck them. We gonna sign y'all. We want y'all to put y'all shit out there, mainstream.
Yep. And guess what? We want y'all to talk that shit that you love talking. They're not gonna correct you. Back in the day, like you said,
look, he said genocide means the utter destruction of one race based on color, religion, or sexual preference.
That my boy Stanley, my cousin.
That is absolutely correct.
What's up, Yasmin? How you doing, sis?
But nowadays, genocide is associated with politics because Genocide happens in Africa, and it happens in other third world countries because of politicians.
Hey, check this one out. He said we are feeding two of their systems, population control and
In
prison
the
system.
prison system, yes,
We're
sir.
doing the dirty work for them. All they have to do is drop the Zaza off and the guns. Real talk.
Well, not the Zaza, but the lean, the pills.
Hey, you said the Zaza they ain't gonna hurt
No,
nothing.
not the
Ain't never
Zaza,
made you
not the
kill
Zaza,
nobody.
not the Zaza, but the lean and the pills and the powder and the boy. Man,
Hey,
those things.
great point, knife wonder. And the reason why I'm gonna touch on this because I had a mentor person reach out to me the other day, bro. And this how I know we doing what we supposed to be doing, bro. This dude that I grew up like when I first came up here to Minnesota, he used to be at the gyms and stuff. Older guy, he a little bit older than me, probably like mid-40s or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And he hit me just out the blue the other day. He was like, "Man, what's up, bro? When you next time you going out the country and traveling and all that?" You know, he married and stuff, so he want to link up on a trip. I'm like, "Hey, bro, we're gonna put something together. I'm gonna reach out to you when I'm ready." And then he proceeded to talk about like he works for a boys club. He's like, he got his own group of boys at a boys club. He got a mentorship business, but he don't really want to like do it where he work it because he don't want to conflict the interest or whatever it may be. So he reached out to me and was like, "Hey, you know, like I was telling him that I talked to boys, little younger boys at the Totem Town, Boys Totem Town, like a while back here in Minnesota and stuff. And he was like, you know, these young men need some people that look like them and can understand them. They can come in there and can relate to them. They from a regular staff person that's never been in the situations that they've been in, don't know how it feels to be hungry or be without or nothing like that. They can't feel them. So they don't link with them. So with saying that, we got to be able to teach them what's cool because
Can I tell you this?
that's why the youth does it, right?
Can I tell you this though? The common denominator, in what we talk about is anger, bro.
Yep.
You understand that? It's
emotions.
Anger. That is the common denominator. Everybody is mad, and they really don't even know why. Because I'll tell you this. I lost one of my cousins when I was about to turn 16. He was 14. I was about to turn 16. He would have turned 15 a little bit after he got killed. I was so mad at that guy that killed my cousin. And he went to jail for second-degree murder. But he only went to jail for second-degree murder because my cousin was trying to rob him. And it's all about what we learn and what we see that influences us. You understand what I'm saying? Like what I can tell you about me is this. My mother's name is Beverly. My father's name is Lee. And those two people, what they instilled in me is why you see what you see. The knowledge I seek, the knowledge I've gained, my intellect, that comes from them. It comes from their hard work. I realized that I work just as hard for my kids. I work just as hard for my wife. If we don't promote this life versus that life, how do we change shit, man? It is. I feel like I'm the coolest motherfucker in the world, and I don't give a fuck how nobody feel about me. You know why? I got 5 kids. They by one woman. I've been married for 16 years.
Me as well.
You understand what I'm saying? I got 5 kids. They by one woman. I've been married for 16 years. And you can't take that from me.
That's
You can't take none of that from me. You can't take none of that from me. And when I walk into an establishment and they look at my presence, yeah, they see a black man, but they also see a man. Right? And the reason why they see a man is because of how I carry myself. Not because of what the fuck I say, not because of what I do. Because when they first see me, they see distinction. And what I'm telling you, young men, is that when you walk into an establishment, if you carry yourself how you should versus how you do, you will be met with distinction. Because there's a difference. There is a difference when a man looks at you as something he can make money off of versus somebody he can make money with.
Correct.
You should want to be the person that this man is looking at like he should want to make money with, not make money off of. Because if he can make money off of you, he going to exploit you. But if he can make money with you, he going to present you with opportunities.
Hey, so Gotti said this. He said, you're doing a phenomenal job tonight too, man. I gotta add that too before I even go to this next thing. But we're gonna do more of these segments right here because these young people need this type of shit, especially with situations we face today. You know what I'm saying? Gotti said, "Do y'all think legalizing weed has an agenda of keeping the young minds in a state of non-progression?" I actually do, because weed is a downer. If you don't know how to overstand it yourself, like how we do, grown people that use it and that know how to, okay, it's a relaxation thing. It's not something that I'm gonna go to that like I need every day. It's like a what I say, a releasing type of method for me. You know what I'm saying?
So at some points it's something for me because of the things that I deal with. It's medicine and then it's recreation.
Right.
When it at going to work, that's medicine. I gotta be able to focus, and the pills don't do it. So I hit me a little whatever whoop-de-whoop, but I know what I need to have for that. And then I know what I need to have for when I get home from work. And there's always a distinction. And see, everybody's choice of how they live their life is how they live their life. But the thing is, if you conduct yourself like, okay, like for instance,
real talk.
If it was Xanax instead of a joint, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could take 2-3 Xanax when I'm only supposed to be taking one. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Well,
I don't take. But see, this is the thing. I don't take Xanax. I choose not to take. They offered. I choose not to take Xanax.
Right.
Because I know what that is. See, that's a fabrication. And when the tree, you can't fabricate that. Plus, I know all about that. So you can't play me with that bullshit either.
Right.
So what I do is I medicate before I go to work. And when I come home, man, if I want to slum out, I slum out. But I don't really have time to slum out. Shit,
you always on the move.
Ooh, the podcast. Hey, look, I'm always on. I ain't off till I go.
That's good. That's good. That's what we use to enhance what we got going.
Hey, to be honest, I ain't off till I go to bed.
To be honest, bro, I ain't
Shit, I like
gassed.
my gas too, Marco.
I ain't gassed in a
Bro, I
minute.
love it.
He said, "Shit, I love my
I
gas."
love it. My nigga,
Hey,
I love it.
everybody do. Hey, but
I
like
love
I
it.
said, at a point when we was younger though, it did a different thing than it
Of
do for
course
you
it did.
now. You see
Of
what I'm
course
saying?
it did. Yeah.
Now
Of course it
it's
did.
more of control. Like I said, if you can't control it, then yeah, it
You
might
let
not
it
be
go.
something you need to go into for
Yeah,
sure.
you need to let it go.
Yeah, because it can be a
Like
downer. It can be a downer.
why you lazy, you probably should stop smoking.
Straight up.
And I'm just gonna keep it a buck.
Hey, so guys, we're gonna go into a quick commercial break real quick. Then we're gonna come back and give y'all a little quick oh shit. Hold on, what happened to my I don't know what's happening to my computer. I mean my little mouse thing. New comments, okay. Yeah, but we keep it going, Lee. I'm figuring it out.
We listen. I signed up for this, and I'm not no front of the house type of dude, man. I don't like my face out there. I don't like, I write this shit down for y'all, and then y'all can read it. That's really me, man. Like, in all honesty. But when my brother came to me and he was like, "Bro, I need you on this shit," and then Gotti was like, "Yeah, man, you got to be on this shit. You got to keep doing this shit." I'm inspired by people that believe in me, but I'm also inspired by the fact that I can attempt to give my state of mind and my focus and my intellect to y'all. And I really hope some of these young dudes is listening, man. I don't give a fuck, bro. If you watching this shit on your phone and you in the streets, about to go do some dumb shit, bro. I'm telling you, bro. There is a whole nother life for you, dog, if you just choose to work versus take. You can't take, listen. This is what I know for a fact. You can't take shit from nobody and live in peace, man. And really, man, when you think about this shit, like, life is supposed to be a certain type of way. And I don't give a fuck what none of the books say. Life is supposed to be a certain type of way. You're supposed to have a certain type of peace in your life. And what I know for a fact is you cannot have that peace if how you live your life is from taking shit from other people. You don't have no peace, man. All you have is chaos. That's bad for your heart. That's bad for your blood pressure. That's bad for your cholesterol. That's bad for everything, man. You're shortening your life. Why you want to shorten your life when you can live a good life? If you just choose to work for what you get versus take what you get. Somebody wants you to think that it's okay to take what you get. And I promise you, it ain't a man that look like me. And if it is a man that look like me, he getting paid by somebody that don't look like us. Think about this shit, man. Cause I ain't getting paid I ain't getting paid a goddamn thing for telling y'all none of this shit. And I'll do this shit again tomorrow if I had to.
Free game, baby, free game.
I'll do this shit again tomorrow if I had to.
Welcome back to the show.
Every time I pull the goddamn internet URL up, I'm looking at a black man dying, whether he is a celebrity or whether it was some black kids at a black high school killing some other black kids. Like, what the fuck is going on, man? Why are we living like peasants when we came from the greats?
Hey, I'm popping right back in. Y'all keep it going. I'm popping right back in. I gotta restart.
Happens in this
something going on. I see.
That makes billions. Do y'all realize that they teach agriculture in college? And if you rewind the fucking clock 500 years, it wasn't no goddamn agriculture in college. It was slaves on the field, tilling the fields, and these motherfuckers learned from them.
Yep.
And put that shit in college.
And put that on their state. They put on their state seal too. Put on their state seals too, right?
Now you go to college to learn how to farm. You go to fucking college to learn how to farm. It's called agriculture.
Yeah. Social media ain't on the state seal.
Every bit of that fucking shit came from slaves and cotton and sugar cane.
Mm-hmm.
Play with me, man. I could do this shit all day. Y'all came from something great. Y'all came from something great, and y'all destroying it because these folks want y'all to with all this bullshit propaganda and social media. They make it cool to be a killer because they pay a killer. They paid one killer and made it cool to be a killer. Now all y'all want to kill niggas. What the fuck for?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck for?
Yeah, that make no sense.
There we go.
That's what motherfuckers did. They literally made it cool to be a Chief Keef.
There we
Everybody
go.
think he's a fucking legend. That motherfucker's the devil. Chief Keef was he is the founder of drill music. He's the founder of no the fuck he ain't. No the fuck he ain't. He was talking about what was going on around him. And some person heard him and thought that shit would be a buzz. And then they realized, oh shit, well, he talking about the dudes that his friends killed around the corner. So shit, if we go around the corner and sign the guy from around the corner, then we just keep this shit going, and then everybody going to listen to this shit. They don't really give a fuck that y'all talking about. Literally, y'all somebody killed somebody, and the dead homie is really a dead homie.
Hey, listen,
his mama and his daddy is without a child. They don't really give a fuck about none of that. All they give a fuck about is the fact that Twitter is a thing, IG is a thing, and when you put that goddamn song out on YouTube, everybody gonna tune into that motherfucker. They gonna subscribe, they gonna like, they gonna view that bitch, and that shit going up.
Hey Lee, this the prime example of what he's saying. That boy Night Wonder said they dying from bullets, bad food, and dumb decisions.
Yep.
I think that's it in a nutshell.
Yes, sir.
To be honest, you know what I'm saying? The way he said, and then he also said the way to kill all that, drugs, killing, etc., is for us to segregate from them and establish what's acceptable in our community. Because you remember, if you take it back to the Black Panther days and shit like that, bro, they was banning drugs and shit like that out of neighborhoods.
Cho, listen. What you just said is why the FBI got involved in the first place. What I said about Fred Hampton, that's why the FBI got involved in the first place. Y'all gotta realize this shit was really going somewhere. It was really changing shit. People don't die if they don't got no buzz, if they ain't changing shit.
Right. And we our culture should know that firsthand anyway, because everybody that had a voice for us or spoke in some type of way that made sense, they get knocked off.
Look it up.
They get knocked off.
Look
you
the
can
word
go from
up.
King all the way up to Nipsey, all the way up to Tupac, Biggie.
Look that fucking word up.
Everybody that spoke sense to our culture got knocked off. And that's like, you know, I mean, that's just been what it is. That's been the history of it. They fear what they don't understand.
I'm trying to tell you.
They can't understand us. They can't understand, like you said, they didn't understand how them black people in Oklahoma was thriving like this, so they had to put
Mississippi,
it to an end.
Tennessee.
They couldn't
No, bro,
understand it.
they had to. Yeah, they had to. Listen. When you think about where we came from, how they brought us here, right? And then they look at us like that. They look at us as animals. They don't look at us as people.
Yeah.
They don't look at us as people. So how the fuck can you make money? How the fuck can you make all this money? How the fuck can you wear these nice ass tailor-made suits, afford to buy your wife these pretty ass dresses and these nice ass hats, and y'all kids is wearing the same shit? And we brought y'all over here on ships.
How do you have the audacity to be riding nice cars and carrying yourself like a businessman and dressing well groomed? And because that's what the fuck we do.
Why can you count? Why can you count? Why can you read? When I never exposed you to any of that. Why can you count and why can you read?
Hey, how I'm done, my ancestor taught your child to read. Come on, man. For real, stop playing. That's why I say when they try to come at us like that, we have to understand our strengths. We have to understand our strengths. And we've been taught to hate ourselves so much, bro, and always down ourselves and doubt ourselves about certain different things. We ain't good enough. We always have to minimize shit.
Talk to hate, right? But that's just a part of it. Hate has been manufactured.
Yeah.
You understand? That shit has been manufactured.
But minimizing ourselves too, what I'm saying is like, say for instance, like black kids, they in the airport and they running and they being loud. The first thing their parent gonna be like, hey, be quiet, why you acting like that in public and da da da. But the other kid, them other people kids, they gonna look at them. Oh, it's just a kid. They just a kid. They're just having fun and learning their way. So
parents ain't gonna say shit.
Right.
Why the fuck why are we so critical of our kids if they don't give a shit about what their kids do?
Exactly. So when I talk minimizing,
when we talking
minimizing, right?
Them better than us?
Right. No.
We correct our kids and they don't correct their kids. That makes them better than us?
No.
Yeah, I ain't think so.
No, that makes us like, but the thing is, like when I talk minimizing, right? So we minimize even our strengths in different areas, the corporate world,
100%.
the natural world, that when you see 100%. People out here in the public, you no, don't do your hair like that. Your hair look too rough. Put a hat on or put a lot of gel on it to slick it down and make it look presentable to a motherfucker that don't give a fuck about you anyway, that's gonna judge you how they judge you, regardless of how you present yourself, right? So we're minimizing ourselves. We can minimize ourselves so much when it comes to that, but to the subject of the point to why we got on tonight, we not minimizing ourselves from the risk of being murdered, being killed, being stalked. And this is against our own people, bro. Our own people. Just because you get money, because you get millions, because you doing good, don't mean that you have to flaunt about it or that you have to show your hand all the time. You know what I mean? We don't have to do that.
Let me tell you something, though, Cho. That right there in itself is by design.
To an extent.
You know why? No. Listen. Think about it. You give an 18-year-old kid a $10 million contract.
Yep.
And then you send him back home where he came from. You don't attempt to take him out the hood. You don't attempt to take him out the hood. You let him go back to where he came from after he signed that deal, and you give him access to that money. What he gonna be doing? The next thing you know, you're gonna see him on social media like this. He done got the biggest wad of fucking money at the bank. He possibly he like this. But where he came from though, and what do everybody else got where he came from?
Nothing, right?
Nothing.
But check this out. What does that lead back to?
What do it lead back to?
It leads back to this.
Listen, it leads to manufactured jealousy and hatred.
Correct.
It leads to exactly what they want it to lead to.
Correct, right?
because we can. This money is expendable. This money is expendable.
Hold on, let me put this guy.
What we can't take away and destroy. What we can't take away and destroy unless y'all do it yourself is y'all.
Okay, so this guy, so Knife Wonder said, but when I first
destroy y'all unless y'all do it yourself, because we ain't strong enough to.
Exactly, because they've been trying to do it a long time.
This goddamn money.
So check this out. This guy, Knife Wonder said, but when I first got the money, it was new, so I showed it off because that's what I saw people with money
exactly
do.
Exactly.
Okay, now check this out. Now, like we said, right?
Well, who did you see? We talking with money showing off money.
Okay, our people,
white people with money showing off money, or did you see black people with money showing off money?
Black, you right. But we talking about this though. We talking about hip hop, like you said, like we talking about this shit, right? So, say for instance, you say a person that's 18, right? Or it's some people that's younger than that get signed. So, say for instance, an 18-year-old gets signed, right? But he still stay at the house with his mom or his dad, right?
Hey, Auntie Tina.
What's up with it, Auntie Mama? So he still stay at the home with his mom or his dad, right? But he gets signed to millions or whatever. It's 16-year-olds that do it, it's 17, 18-year-olds. So it still lead back to the structure of you prepping that child on what to do when they get that money, opposed to them just being able to get it. An 18-year-old in black communities, they're considered kind of like grown because most of us are getting pushed out the house by that time, bro. 18 years old, a lot of young black people are getting pushed out the crib. They getting pushed out.
Guess what we not discussing in this equation. Because see, in this equation, what the welfare system did is what really matters.
Yeah, bro.
Now you talking about young boys with money, with no discipline, and no sense of community. They ain't got no sense of nothing.
But you know what that sound like though? To the oppressor and to motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about that, bro. It only sounds like an excuse. We can say that shit. How many years are we gonna?
It's not an excuse.
But listen, bro. So check this out.
It's not an excuse, though. It's a proven fact.
It is a proven fact. Because it is a proven fact.
Right now, that's exactly why it's happening. It's way back when it started. It ain't done nothing but evolve because they giving more money because they done made so much money.
Right. But this is the thing, bro. What I'm saying is this. Like, that's always a stand for us to run back to, like, hey, bro, yeah, because of this, the welfare this, the welfare that. It's a lot of motherfuckers that done surpassed that, bro. It's a lot of black billionaires. It's a lot of people that's in a position to help our culture, ourselves. Right now, what I get tired of, bro, we got so many people that's in the forefront of this hip hop shit and this shit is, oh yeah, we getting money and this and that. Okay, how many billionaires do it take to change our culture then, right? How many billionaires do it take to make a change in the black community? And not saying that they got to give us anything, but create opportunity for shit to change. Opposed to us just saying, hey, bro, well, yeah, man, they did us like this many years ago. We still giving these motherfuckers the power, bro. We still giving them the power by saying that shit, by always relaying back to, oh, bro, they did this to us, and they did. We already know that. We know what they did. We know, but we done made it this fucking long. They've been trying to kill us for 400 plus years, bro. So the thing, what I'm saying is this right here with this rap shit, bro. With this rap shit, bro. And what's going on? What's up, Auntie? With this rap shit and what's going on, bro? We have to change the narrative, bro. Exactly. We've been had enough to change it.
Now you see,
we've been had enough to change it, bro.
Yeah. Now I want to say we gotta segregate.
Yeah, we've been had enough to change it, bro.
Listen, exactly. Listen. And I understand exactly. And when you say segregate is a real negative word because of how shit done went in this country,
right,
over the past however 100 years. However, for us to have the same type of peace, the only way is to segregate. And segregate to me mean build your own.
Right.
Build your own.
Exactly, bro.
You don't have to be constrained by the constraints of that or this.
Got a new comment. But it's a negative word because it's been used against us. You're right about that.
Yeah, it's been used. Yeah, it was used again. It was used against us. But then Malcolm X came and he wanted it.
Right.
And the reason why he wanted it was because of what's happening today.
Okay. So hey, let's take a quick commercial break, bro. We're gonna take a quick commercial break and give my brother his birthday sponsorship here on the H.O.G podcast, man. Right now we talking about minimizing the risk of losing our lives.
Yes,
For those that don't know, today we lost a big part of hip hop. We lost Takeoff, the rapper from Amigos, man. We sending our prayers and our condolences out to his family members, to his group members and stuff like that. So everybody just keep their head focused and we'll be right back.
yes, sir.
From a city where you can't go. I'm from a block where they bang on. Niggas shooting with no aim on. You definitely singing it's the same song. I'm from a city where you can't go. I'm from a block where they bang on. Niggas shooting with no aim on. You definitely singing it's the same song.
Welcome back to the H.O.G podcast show. Y'all know what time it is. Hey, that was the promo for our brother birthday bash / interview celebration this Friday at 7 p.m. Y'all make sure y'all tune in.
Yeah, pull up.
Us there. Beat us there, don't meet us there for sure.
Yeah,
we're gonna be popping bottles. We're gonna be talking good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Interviewing our brother about all type of shit, man. Gun, fatherhood. Things of that sort. But yeah, as I was saying though, we the segment tonight has been about the minimizing the risk that we put ourselves at as Black people, successful people, and people that's on their way to being successful. You know what I'm saying? With me seeing what happened today, you know what I mean, waking up to the news of Takeoff this morning, like him being a humble person, you know what I'm saying? Just always been on the back end of things, like not for us, like back end of things, not like not being productive, but like the backside of just like taking the back seat willingly. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Ain't like, he still bring the same presence as everybody else, but he was always a humble guy, laid back, stuff like that. You ain't never heard about his baby mama bashing him or saying he ain't doing for his kids. You ain't never heard nobody talking bad on his name like that or nothing, and the man lost his life due to something that really even have nothing to do with him. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to change some things up as Black young men. The older people that's out here that can help, you know what I'm saying? We got to step in and help, you know what I'm saying? The people that's educated on different levels and stuff like that, man, don't be scared to get that game to these young people, even if they don't want to hear it. A lot of these young people, they don't want to hear it because they feel like it's a preaching method or whatever, but we still got to do what we got to do to help these situations minimize these situations, basically. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what's crazy, man, about those that don't want to say nothing is like, really, man, if you pay attention to a youngin that catch your eye, I guarantee you see something in him. And I guarantee you understand that he probably gonna make a mistake you made, and you can help him not make that mistake.
Exactly.
So why the fuck wouldn't you choose that over just watching the nigga? I don't understand that shit, man. I don't understand that. Like, we all came from something. We all came from some type of oppression.
Right.
It was always some bullshit. And we got to where we at in life in your 30s when you was never supposed to make it out your goddamn teens. How the fuck do you sit there and not say shit and not do shit when you know you was in the streets when you was 18, 19?
Yeah,
14,
you know exactly what it looked like.
You
know
know what
exactly
it's
what it
like
looked like.
to live this life. And you made it, and you probably got hit a couple times, and God was just good.
Right.
Yeah.
But you will watch these young niggas do this shit now and don't have shit to say about it, man. Hey, bro, I don't give a fuck. Hey, look, I don't give a fuck how gangster you are, man. You see my face. If you see my face, approach me. Because I don't condone what y'all doing, bro. Y'all done lived that life. Y'all done watched this shit. Y'all done this shit these young niggas is doing and live from it. And y'all will keep watching them kill each other. When y'all know that shit don't lead nowhere.
And it's sad.
How
And
the
we
fuck
gotta
this shit
and
make
we gotta
sense?
find other ways too. Like we gotta find other ways to do shit, man. Like growing up, for example, for what happened to Takeoff, growing up, in the hoods and stuff like that, in urban neighborhoods, we done all seen people lose their life behind dice games. A lot of time gambling don't go good in the hood, bro, because the nigga that get the bag for real, and he versing a person that don't have as much money, that person gonna get mad and that person gonna try to take some, especially if they using their last to try to get some and thinking that they just taking a lucky chance to come up. That person is gonna try. That's the way it go in the hood.
Had start.
So what we got to do is to minimize risk of facing situations like that. Don't gamble with motherfucker. Go to the casino if you want to do that shit. Well, if you at the level that they at, bro, you can take $7,000 and go invest into some stocks and flip your money, bro. There's so many other ways to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta change the direction of what the industry and the people that's backing these labels and stuff like this want you to do. We gotta change the direction of things. Stop going to after set fucking dice games, bro, with people that you're not comfortable with. You in a whole different fucking state, bro. Why the fuck are you at a dice game, bro? Why the fuck are you out here this late at 2:30 in the morning shooting dice? You supposed to be in some ass already, bro. Like, and that's just the facts of it. Like, I'm talking about, like, for real, bro. That it frustrated me that bad, bro. To the point where, like,
I can tell you this, Cho. I done been in some different cities that ain't got shit on the hood, and still,
yeah,
I'm good because
I'm not finna play around no different city, bro.
Because anybody can pull a trigger and take a life, man.
Straight up.
You ain't gotta be no gangster for that. You ain't gotta be no thoroughbred for that. You ain't gotta have came from no goddamn where. You pulled the trigger and you hit. You got lucky. So when life is that simple to be taken, why would you not protect it and put yourself in a different situation? Like I understand it. I understand it. I mean, I'm not a millionaire, but I understand it. Like it feels good to be at home and in the hood and not feel like you different from everybody else.
Right.
But God damn, at the same time, bro, like this ain't the world. That ain't the world we live in, man. Like motherfuckers know who you are.
Yeah.
They know how they can press your buttons. This social media shit is a thing. They done seen you going off on so and so before, or doing whatever with so and so before.
Yeah. And they keeping it in their mind and they playing against it when they see you in public, bro. Like first of all, when you at that level, bro, it's hard to depict what love is real.
Right, Marcus. They do. They want acceptance.
It's hard to depict what love is real.
That's a fact.
It's hard to depict what love is real when you at that part, when you at that level of success, bro. Because you get so much people. See, we used to that because in Memphis, bro, like I said, it's a lot of love, but it's a lot of hate too.
Yeah,
At the same time, nigga, you would be at a party chilling and this and that, and the same person that you chilling and this and that with, them the person that done ran up in your crib or that did something to your sister or your mama, or you know what I mean? So we already equipped for that shit.
Yep.
Everybody that's in the game, bro, just because these people on TV and they say certain stuff in their raps, that's why we have to start challenging things that we listen to as well. We have to start. My thing is this, bro. I just don't see how being in this situation, or like going to a dice game after said dice game is gonna benefit you, bro. You already got the bag. You first of all, you get paid to appear in clubs, bro.
Why do you? But listen, I mean, I really just feel like it's one of them situations, bro, where why do you gotta move different to exist?
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, why do you have to move different to it? Why because I'm a millionaire, I gotta have security around me because y'all niggas so jealous y'all won't ask for help. Y'all are just kill a nigga and try to take what he got.
Yeah.
My nigga, you gonna get, but bro, what's crazy is you'll probably get way more if you just ask me for help.
Yeah.
Versus taking what I got and killing me, because if you take what I got and you kill me, 9 times out of 10 you gonna get caught, and then what you took, you ain't even gonna be able to do nothing with anyway.
Right.
But if you come to me on some real shit and it makes sense, and we can work it out, bro, you got to continue supporting until you accomplish your goal.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like, and like with our people though, bro, you could give them an opportunity. You could give them an opportunity to turn nothing into something. But guess what? If their opportunity ain't at the level where you already at, they'll still take that and not be grateful, bro. You can come and put 50,000 in a motherfucking hand that ain't never touched 50,000, bro. And that motherfucker still gonna look at you like you ain't shit when they run out of that 50,000. Oh, that nigga ain't give me this. No, I ain't eating like he eating, so I'm gonna take it from him. You know what I'm saying? That's insecurities. That's growing up not being balanced. That's growing up not understanding that money means nothing. Building relationships mean everything. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people take this shit like the paper. They take it like the paper is the thing that matters. It's not, bro.
You see that? You see that?
I'm from the gutter, shot, stab, all that. My best friend / god brother died in my hands, brains blowed out. That was enough for me to say, fuck the hood. I got shit. Lost.
He said you got shit to lose. Yeah.
Yep. But at the end of the day, though, listen, we all now that's pretty deep. You know what I'm saying? I ain't nobody died in my hands or nothing like that yet. And hopefully not. Hopefully I will never have to face those type of situations. But I can't even imagine how you feel. But at the same time, it did enough to you to help you change your direction.
Don't feel good.
And help other motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? He said we gotta move different. Hold on. He said we gotta move different because ignorance, poverty, hate outnumbers us. If we can all somehow just get back to us, we can change the mindset. Until then, we got to stay out the way. Correct.
Can I ask him? Can I caveat on that?
Yep.
Yeah, why not?
Caveat on that, because what I feel like my man mean when he say get back to us, nigga, if we together, we dominate.
Oh yeah.
We dominate.
Everything we do.
Dominate. We dominate. We got niggas that's good at everything.
Yep.
What is wrong with y'all? We got niggas that's good at everything. You know how I know? Because I'm a black nigga from the hood that ain't supposed to be good at numbers, nigga, but you can't put one past.
We keep seeing it every day.
I do this shit.
We see black people that's good at something all day, every day.
That's what I do.
Man, I love our people.
And
I
all
love
of us
our culture,
are
bro.
good at what we do if we dedicate ourselves to what we do.
Yeah. We great people.
That's why Ninth Wonder. That's why Ninth Wonder is Ninth Wonder. I told y'all how I met that nigga. That nigga was cutting hair in the barracks back in 2004.
Yeah.
Been good at what he do. Been honing his craft. Been making himself great. Not going back to what he came from. Nigga, we all came from some bullshit.
So did.
We all came from some fucking bullshit. Why the fuck you want to go back to that when you get an opportunity to go forward?
And that's probably one of the problems too. You know, one of our biggest problems is trying to claim that we can out hood somebody. I'm tougher than you. I went through this. I went through that.
Shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But we all are part of it. We all grew up in it in some way, form, or fashion. We all connected to that.
Can I tell you what I love about North Memphis?
Yeah.
Can I tell you what I love about North Memphis?
Go ahead.
What I love about North Memphis is it made me work harder than I ever worked before in my life. When I remember what it was like growing up in North Memphis, in Hyde Park, in Hollywood, in Smoky City, in Scudderfield, in Evergreen. Let me tell you motherfuckers something. I remember all that shit. I remember all that shit and how hard it was and how fucked up it was. I don't ever want to go back to that shit, and my kids don't experience that shit because I experienced that shit.
He said 4 years. I feel you. He said he ain't gonna leave for 4 years. Hey, you gotta tell him what I didn't do. I ain't been home since 2009.
And nigga ain't been home since
I've been over here. Man, I went there one time.
And I didn't know
I've been in Germany since 2007.
Just so y'all know. And I didn't know him since 2008.
Hey guys, you know what we
home since
I know we forget to do tonight?
In 2009.
Nah, we didn't. We didn't forget it. It's just a different mood going on.
It's a different mode. But to go out, we got a PPP it. So go on get your liquid.
Going out, but we got to sum it up first.
Yeah, we summed it up right now.
That's a lot of like. I don't know if y'all know about like the hoods in Houston and shit like that. These niggas be having more money than the rappers do. Yeah, or the same amount of money, but they don't have that clout. They don't have that love from the people. They be standing in the same building. Like all the females around you, they know these drug dealers, blase, they got the bag. You know what I mean? But they also know they going to jail, come locked up, in, out. You and know that's their whole system. But when you take somebody like Amigos walk into the same building, they get more love. It's like, yeah, females want to fuck
jealousy
with you.
Come up.
Yeah, they want to fuck with them because this Migos ain't trying to go to jail. Migos about their business. You know what I mean? Every time they go out and make bread, they ain't under threat from the police. You know what I mean? They gotta keep sticks on them just because they want to go rap. You know what I mean? But these dudes do every day. And they don't like that shit. They don't like it. Like, you know what I mean? They pull it out. The Migos pulled up in a McLaren. I got a McLaren too. Yeah, but you about to go to jail for tax fraud. All type of extra shit.
The Migos got substantiating documentation that say they can buy that McLaren, nigga. Yep. Your black ass don't.
And you can't even go overseas because you felonies. All the felonies. Can't even fly nowhere. These niggas all over the world, bro. Loved all over the world.
You understand?
You love your hood, your block, your circle that you don't even own no real estate on. That's crazy. And be having bread to have ownership of real estate that you standing on. I'm talking about, this
prime example of that.
Crazy.
Prime example of that is money can't unlame you. It's point blank period, bro. If a motherfucker think you a lame man nigga or a bitch ass nigga,
so smart.
With or without money, nigga, it don't matter how much money you get. It don't matter how much money you get, nigga. If you not respected, it means a damn thing, bro.
They try to get me, man. They try to send me the hood.
I remember that shit.
They try to send my ass the hood, man. They lost my paperwork 3 times.
He like, nigga, I'm PCS. And I was like, what the fuck you mean you PCS? He like, nigga, I'm PCS. I got ordered to Fort Bliss. I'm like, what the fuck?
Bro, I had orders to hood after they lost my orders to stay here 3 times in a row.
Right.
I know
So,
what y'all trying to do.
This conversation, bro.
My turn, right?
Yeah, you know what time it is. Go ahead and do it.
So what I told myself today when we decided we was gonna do this was that it was gonna be for a reason, man, because we do the podcast for a reason. And we stand together for a reason.
For real, when I said that, they is trying to out-hood each other. Facts. Facts ain't Wanda, bro.
Hell yeah.
She know what's happening.
Yeah, bro.
Niggas trying to out-hood each other at all times.
That nigga from VA, nigga, he know, bro. That nigga from VA, bro, he already know what's good, nigga. From Richmond, nigga.
Nah, he was saying that his wife was saying that about
No, I know, but I know he know too.
Right.
So listen, man. To sum this shit up, bro, listen. I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna finish this shit how I started this shit, man. If you look like me, man, you great. You built from greatness. You came from greatness. Can't nobody tell you nothing different. If you believe it, you a fool. If you believe it, you a fool. I promise you, bro. You can't put nobody on the bottom of a goddamn boat and sell their ass from Africa right now and expect them to live. And they brought millions of us over here the same fucking way. So you tell me I'm a goddamn fool. And there's evidence to prove that I ain't.
Man.
But what we don't realize is when we came over here and when we persevered through all of that, we was together, man. We was together. Over the years, these folks have figured out that us apart is how we are defeated. Because when we was together, they couldn't fucking defeat us, man. We was living in nicer houses and riding in nicer cars. And none of that shit was illegal.
Right.
Do you understand? None of that shit was illegal because we was together. We was doing this shit together. And nobody couldn't figure out why it was so successful. But it was because everything in our minds, they don't think we have. They think they're the only ones that possess it. When truthfully, everything that you think of that you made successful, you stole. Farming, trading, textiles, security. I can go on for days. Nothing you see that makes money in these United States of America didn't come from a motherfucker that looked like the three of us on this goddamn screen. Y'all need to do y'all fucking research. Y'all need to understand where y'all came from. Y'all need to understand what the fuck y'all made of. And stop allowing somebody to defeat y'all. Because we better than this shit. Run that, man, and we out.
You all for coming here, and good afternoon. I'm Sergeant Michael Arrington. I'm a sergeant with the Houston Police Department's Homicide Division. And earlier this morning, as he said, our patrol officers received a call at approximately 2:34 a.m. of a shooting just occurred at the 810 billiard factory and billiard and bowling alley. From there, we were notified that there was a single male who was shot and pronounced deceased on the scene on the third level just outside the front door. We were also informed that two other individuals had reported themselves by personal vehicle to local area hospitals on their own, both of them with non-life-threatening injuries, but a 23-year-old male and a 24-year-old female. Like I said, both of them are going to be okay. And we have spoken and gotten information from them to help us in this investigation. But the officers arriving on the scene, initial statements from employees working at the establishment notified us that there was an incident that occurred after the party had ended. There was a private party that was booked out for the event. And then after that ended, there was a large group of people who gathered at the front door area just outside of the building. And it led to an argument where the shooting took place from the disagreement. A lot of the people that were there fled the scene and did not stick around to give a statement. So we're asking them to either call us at the Homicide Division at 713-308-3600, or if they would like to remain anonymous, they can call Crime Stoppers at 713-222-TIPS. We're looking for any information at this time, any videos, any information. We do know that the media has received a lot of phone calls, text messages, Twitter, tweets, Vines, videos. We need all of y'all to send those to us so we can solve this case.
Yeah.
We're looking for anything to help us. From there, as the chief said, we want to find justice for this family. They're going through a lot right now. And the only thing that we can do is hope that y'all reach out and assist us in any way to lead to evidence that will help us to apprehend and get charges and arrest on the person responsible for the death of Takeoff.
Thank you. Let me say something right quick, just to follow up. I just want to say something to our city, it's Houston, and every brother and sister in the neighborhoods. I'm calling you to action. Step up. There were 40 people at least at this event, and people left possibly out of fear. I ask you one thing, and I want this to resonate with everybody. What if it was your brother? What if it's
sir?
You want somebody to step up. So please step up, get the information to us so we can bring some closure to this family who's hurting right now. Commander, come up and translate for us. Thank you.
Muy buenas tardes a todos ustedes. Antes que nada, le queremos dar el sincero pésame a la familia de la víctima. A nombre del jefe y del alcalde, les mandamos nuestras oraciones.
Yeah. So there y'all have it, man. It's a sad day for hip hop, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff we gotta change as artists and stuff like that. And as people, the way that we move, the stuff that we feed into and things like that, you know what I'm saying? So we want to send our prayers, our condolences to the Amigos family, you know what I'm saying? Takeoff's mother,
Takeoff, his family, his
Offset,
his kids.
Yeah.
Which one? Offset was his uncle, right?
Cousin. So Quavo is his uncle.
Was his uncle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, man.
So that's why you can see that pain in that video, bro.
Like, I mean, you know, man, listen, man. This is listen, really, this is it's because of Takeoff, man, but it's because of all of it. You understand? Because it's really some weeks in between this death and PNB Rock death.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like we doing this shit to each other. And I understand, man, that like motherfuckers ain't got it. And I know that other motherfuckers got it and you see it and you want it and you need it, but why do we gotta kill each other to take it? Like just take it. I guarantee you.
Where's Sam coming from, boy?
Versus giving you his life. And I promise you, if he a real nigga, he ain't gonna tell on you.
Yeah.
Hey man, so listen, think about that shit, man. And remember, man, that black culture is culture.
Amigos was culture and still is culture. Takeoff was culture and still is culture, man. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with us this Friday at 7 p.m. for the homeboy, the brother, the father, you know what I'm saying? The financial money getting motherfucker. Financial Lee birthday bash / interview, man, right here on the H.O.G podcast. We appreciate everybody attending, man. Y'all keep this shit H.O.G, man, you know. We out of there.
Good things I do, I